Hey everybody, it's Beth from Yoga Bliss. I just wanted to pop in for another little movement bite. Today we're going to be focusing on our feet, and you can do many of these feet explorations sitting in a chair, but I'm a big fan of getting up out of those chairs, so I would encourage you to do that. All right, so I think if you have a block or a book, that would be great. If you have a blanket of some sort, that would be great. And most importantly, if you have a ball, like a tennis ball, a racket ball, a pinky ball, something like that. Nothing too hard. All right, let's get cooking. So to start, find a seat. If you're sitting in a chair, you can stay in a chair. If you can get onto the ground, even better. And we're just going to start, pick a foot. And I got my right foot. You're going to trace the inner arch of your feet. So go ahead and give like a little massage in there, just chasing forward and back. And then you're going to do the same on the pinky side. There's a little teeny arch there. So just tracing that. You just go sliding your fingers up and down. And then over the top of your foot, go ahead and trace that sort of transverse arch. So the arches are really important. They provide support for the body, and they transmit the force of the earth, right? So it's really important to have those arches in place so you can support your body weight and the force underneath you more efficiently. All right, then let's go ahead and take your fingers and run your fingers in between your toes. I'm just noticing the toes that want to stick together and the toes that are ready to part. You get your fingers in there as much as you can. You can wiggle your leg off your knee just a little bit so your ankle has some mobility, and just make some circles. And circle your ankle the other direction. And then give a little point through the ankle joint, a little flex and a little point. Good. And then from here, you're going to try to spread your fingers wide, and as a result, your toes will spread, and then let your fingers relax. Again, spread your toes nice and wide, and let them relax. And one more time, spread them, and relax. Good. Wiggle your fingers out, and then see if you can take each toe, and you're just going to hold each toe and make a circle in one direction and a circle in the other. And go through each of your toes like that. Little circles, just seeing who's willing to move around. All right, and then you'll do the same on the other foot. Again, those same little massages along the inner foot, the inner arch, the outer arch, over the top of the foot. Then you'll spread your fingers in between your toes and then make little circles. Be interesting to notice in your body if circle your other way. If one foot feels tighter than the other, one set of toes feels tighter, go ahead and point and flex a few times. And then you'll spread your fingers and let them relax. Spread your fingers and let them relax. One more time. Spread your fingers and let them relax. Good. Wiggle your fingers out and make little circles with each toe in each direction. So I'm doing like 3 clockwise, 3 counterclockwise. I find certain toes are more willing than others. All right, now we're going to come stand up, and you're going to grab your ball. Again, you could do this sitting, but if you can stand up and get your body moving a little bit, so much better. Go ahead and just place the ball underneath the ball of your foot, the gushy part underneath your toes, and curl your toes around them. Then lift your toes and spread them. Curl your toes around the ball like you're going to pick it up. Lift your toes and spread them. One more time, curl like you're hugging it, and then spread your toes. And then just walk the ball down the center of your foot and put a little pressure in. And then walk the ball toward the front of your heel and put a little pressure in. So I'm doing it down the center of my foot. Let's switch sides with the curl and spread. So it's like a little toe hug, and then spread your toes. and then just press into the ball of your foot in the center. You could even do it down this middle of your foot and just in front of the heel. So I'll finish that thought. You could even do it along the big toe side all the way down the middle of the foot in the pinky toe if you have more time. So for the moment, slip your ball off to the side. Grab your blanket and roll your blanket up. And run your blanket across your yoga mat. Sometimes I do this with a block too. But for simplicity, go ahead and put your toes up on the blanket and draw the top of your foot down. And then from here, you'll step a foot forward. Press into both heels, especially that back heel. And walk as far forward as you need till you start to feel a stretch in the back of your calf, even your foot. And you're going to keep that heel cracked out, in this case to the right, super parallel, and your back leg straight. You might feel a little release in the calf. Then you can shift the weight off the front foot a smidgen and then bend your back knee a little bit and see if we can find a different sensation of opening. Mine always feels a little lower down the leg. And then we'll re-straighten the back leg, peel up through the heel, the ball of the foot, the toes, and step forward. And then let's do the other side. I've got my left toes up on the blanket, and I'm going to slide them down a bit so the ball of my foot is anchored. So it gets like a little toe stretch, a little less intense than your toes up on the edge of a blanket. At the edge of a block. Crack your heel out so your leg is super parallel. Walk your front foot forward and bend your front knee like a lunge. We're going to keep the back heel on the ground. See if you can open up that calf a little bit. Keep pressing into both heels. Then you're going to get a little bend in the back knee. Move the stretch a little differently, the sensation. Targeting a different muscle. And then re-stretch through that knee and lengthen it, press down into the heel. And then gently lift your heel, peel up through the ball of the foot and the toes. Good. All right. And then turn your blanket the other way. And if you have a block or a book, add that into the mix for a different texture. You could even keep your ball as part of this too. Could be kind of fun. It's like you're making like a little obstacle course. We've been making tons of obstacle courses in our house because the rain has been so bad lately. My ball does not want to cooperate. So you're going to walk. Take a little walk on your blanket. Come down. You can walk up on a block. If your ball is cooperative, you could just mush into your ball and then turn it around. You could walk sideways. So you get the tissues of the feet working a little differently. You work your balance a little bit. Good. And we'll do one last little thing here, and then we're going to do that again. Go ahead and take the top of your foot, place it out behind you. Foot straight out, so try not to let the ankle sickle. And put a little weight into your standing heel and a little weight into the top of your foot. And breathe. And then change sides. If you were doing this seated, you would just thread your foot between the legs of the chair. Right? So imagine you're seated. But again, try to get up. Good. All right, and then take a little walk again on your obstacles, whatever you have. If you're on a yoga mat, really feel the texture of your mat. Good, and once you've done that a couple of times, then just take a little walk around your space. Notice how your feet feel, your legs, your calves, your ankles, your toes. I always feel like I can feel more of the earth underneath my feet. So there you have it, friends. There's your movement bite for today. I hope you're well, and I hope you're moving, and I'll look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks. Bye.